If you somehow did not read the title, or somehow do not know from this image what we're reacting to today, welcome to my little reaction slash discussion slash freak out over the official dub trailer for Twisted Wonderland. I'm a big fan of Twisted Wonderland, in case you did not know, which I guess you might not, since I've literally never talked about it on the channel yet. I haven't played in a while, just because my phone is constantly running out of space, so I constantly need to delete stuff, and sadly, I just kind of ebbed and flowed my attention to other games. But this has definitely re-sparked my interest in it in a big way. 'Cause I'm so excited for the anime, and I've been waiting and really hoping that we would get a good dub. And full disclosure, as I go into this, I've already watched the trailer, and I've already seen the full cast list. I really just wanted to make this video because I wanted to freak out and talk a little bit about it. So, let's just, all that being said, play this thing.
You know them. Charming.
Okay, volume is fine. I needed to check that.
But what's on the other end of the looking glass?
I'm consistently so amazed that Disney really went ahead and was just like, alright guys, here you go, we'll take our villains and we'll make them hot for you.
Home after practice, as usual. Where am I?
So it's been confirmed, basically. Ooh, J. Michael Tatum. I love that they got him for Crowley. But it's been confirmed, basically, that they're going to be doing like 3 seasons of this at least to start off with. I think. Maybe I'm misinformed, but so I'm hoping they're really going to bounce between the U's.
Please welcome our leader, the Red Sovereign himself, our House Warden,
Riddle sounds perfect. I do not think they could have done better casting for Riddle. It is immaculate.
You wouldn't disregard the rules, would you now?
I want a yes, House Warden. Yes.
Oh yeah, go crazy, go stupid.
No, the Queen of Hearts.
And his voice is pretty perfect. This is pretty good casting.
I refuse to be expelled from this academy.
Oh no, all Hartslebule residents are bound by the rules.
Sorry to hear my housemate's been making trouble.
Let's pause so I can actually talk along the way a little bit. Yes, okay, so thoughts so far. Casting for Riddle. Absolutely incredible, absolutely perfect. I love it so much. I think it really does sound pretty much how I would picture him in English. Casting for Ace. I also think it's pretty perfect. Like, I don't know what I was expecting. I feel like in my head, like, it was a little different, but then as soon as I heard his voice here, I was like, oh, no, actually, yeah, that's perfect. That's fine. That's great. Full honest, I don't know. Maybe they don't actually sound the same at all, but when I first watched this trailer, the voices for Ace and Deuce just sounded kind of similar to me, so I didn't like realize at first that it switched over to Deuce's voice actor when it was introducing him. I don't know, maybe I just have weird ears and I don't hear things good, which is true. But like they just sounded very similar to me in that instance. So the voices for Cater and Trey here. First of all, I don't think any of the casting is bad. Like, I think everyone sounds so good so far from what we've heard. And I'm not, like, hating on any voice actors and being like, oh, you're dumb. They sound different than what I was picturing. Like, I feel like Cater's, I've seen some people echo this, but, like, just as, like, speaking of my, like, picturings of how they sound and, like, going off of kind of like, you know, what they sound in the sub version. Like, Cater's English voice sounds a bit deeper than what I was thinking. And Trey's sounds lighter. And it kind of hurts to say that, at least for Trey, because I love Johnny Young Bosch. I love a lot of his roles. But yeah, it just, like, for whatever reason, like, I don't know. It just really does feel like almost they should be, like, flipped or something, like in terms of the cadence. I don't know. Again, not hating one little bit. I'm sure they're gonna do amazing. It just like it does take a second, like each time I've heard them to be like, oh, okay, this is the voice. I just have to readjust a little bit. But, okay, we can continue, though. An incident.
entirely to mock me. Rule 562.
Yeah, I think Riddle's voice actor is doing amazing already based on this trailer. I'm a big fan of the Riddle voice acting.
This is real bad.
Ooh, I'm so excited to see this shit animated. Oh, Cater looks beautiful there. God damn. I forgot about that.
Riddle!
Off with your head!
Disney. Twisted Wonderland. The animation.
Twisted Wonderland. Oh, and then we get a fun little bop here. Okay, pause. Okay. So yeah, it's a fun little trailer. I really like it. I can't wait to hear how everyone else does with their characters. So like we'll talk about that in a second. Who the other voice actors are in this, but yeah, I mean just based on this trailer. Obviously, you know, as far as like the content itself goes, I've already watched the sub version of the trailer. But just based on hearing the voices in this one, I do think everyone's going to do a good job. Like, for the most part, it already sounds like the casting has been very good. It's just, like, for a couple of them, it's going to take me, and I'm, you know, based on, again, on what I've seen other people saying, and me and some other people, we're just going to need to readjust a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I think everyone's going to do a great job. This was a very fun trailer. Again, I'm so excited to see a lot of the stuff actually animated. And I hope they animate the entire freaking game. I'm like, Disney, please, everybody, fucking make this worse. Disney's wild. And so they keep making the animation of all the books and everything for it. But let's take a look at the actual cast list. I just want to talk about that a little bit and see who everyone is. Okay, so here we have the first bit of the cast. So let's see, I'm not super familiar. Is it this, like, just looking at the cast list, is this, like, an interesting thing to me where I'm very familiar with, like, a good few of the people cast in this dub, and then I've never really heard much about some of the other ones. Like, Jonathan Hall, I'm not familiar with. Hunter McCoy. Ooh, who did he actually did? I looked up a bunch of shit, and like I've been seeing like people posting what other people have been in, but I forget. Oh, it's gonna drive me mad. I know he's been in something I'm like at least vaguely familiar with. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. You're gonna see a cut here for a second, because I'm gonna look it up, because I do forget, and I do want to know. He is who I thought. Okay, so he, it doesn't seem like he's been in a bunch of stuff, but he, like looking at his behind the voice actor, the first thing you see, and the only other thing besides Deuce you see is polyester from the new Panty and Stocking season, which I actually haven't watched yet, but I have seen clips of these two funny little angels. And I think he does a great job as that from what I've heard. So I think he's going to do a great job as Deuce. Max Middleman, I love a lot of his roles. The one I'm most familiar with and my favorite of his roles is Atsushi in Bungo Stray Dogs. He does incredible there. And he does Persona, the Persona guy, the blonde one, what's his name? I don't know. He does great in that as well. From what I've heard and seen and stuff. And yeah, every time I see him in a role, he does so good, and he sounds like he's doing so good as Ace. Very excited to see more of how he portrays him. Let's see. And Paul Castro Jr. I actually wasn't too familiar with him and what other roles he did until I look it up. Apparently he voiced in Belle, that like anime movie. He voices the dragon guy, which I actually just watched that for the first time like 2 weeks ago, a week ago. and really loved it. So it's like kind of funny that like, oh, I literally just watched you in something and now here you are again. He is also he's what's the name of the character? The like he's like a little blonde character in Genshin Impact. He voices in that too. Let's see. Ben Diskin? Don't recognize the name off the top of my head to what else he's been in. I think I saw that he was someone in Date Everything. I think he's the tinfoil hat hacker in Date Everything. And also like those funny little aliens from Dandadan. The ones who are in search of the bananas. Yeah. Let's see. J. Michael Tatum. Oh my god. The J. Michael Tatum, I fall in love with his voice acting anytime he's in something. He is someone I've been a huge fan of ever since first hearing him in Ouran High School Host Club, which is actually the very first anime I ever watched. So yeah, I'm super happy to see that he's in it. I think he's gonna do a fantastic job as Crowley. And then okay, and then here we have more of the cast list, which pretty much everyone else. We're missing some of the teachers, which I'm very curious to see who would be voicing them. But we don't have them for now. But let's see. So we have a bunch of other students, starting with, obviously, we heard in the trailer. Again, we have Johnny Youngbosch for Trey Clover, which is someone else I'm a huge fan of. I became a fan of him when I first started watching Trigun, and I feel like since then I've just been like on the lookout way more for hearing him in other things and come to appreciate his voice acting a lot and stuff. And then I'm not familiar with Cater's voice actor too much. I don't know what else he's been in. Let's see. I do know. Oh, I did look up Major Attaway after seeing him cast as Leona, because I'm a huge Leona fan, so I really wanted to see, like, what's my boy gonna sound like? And so a lot of the stuff I've seen for him is he's done a lot of, like, Broadway or just, like, stage production stuff. He was the actor for, I believe it was the genie in a production of Aladdin. So he's already done some Disney stuff. But he has a very nice deep voice, and I am like, oh god, yes, knocked it out of the park. This is gonna be good shit for Leona. So I'm not worried about Leona at all. I can't wait to like hear his actual like interpretation of Leona and how he does it for real in the show. I'm very much looking forward to it. But yeah, I think that's very good casting. See, one thing, I'm not familiar with Jack's voice actor. I think I saw people saying that he's like one of the characters in Cookie Run Kingdom, but I have not really played that myself too much, so I'm not familiar. Let's see, Ruggy's voice actor though, him I am familiar with. I know he voices Genya in the Demon Slayer franchise and Hawks in My Hero Academia. Love what I hear of him. And as soon as I started picturing his voice as Ruggy, I was like, okay, yeah. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be great shit. Moving down, we have Koi Dao as Idia Shroud. Again, I was not too familiar with him before, but I looked him up a little bit because, again, huge Idia fan. I wanted to get a feel for what he was going to sound like. And I think he, like, streams and stuff as well. And I love the little edits I've seen people making of like, Idia over his clips. So, yeah, no, I think this is going to be good casting. He was another one, like with Ace, what I mentioned earlier was his voice actor, where I was like, I don't think this is exactly what was in my head picturing what he's gonna sound like in English, but as soon as I like heard clips of the voice actor and started picturing it, I was like, oh, okay, no, you know what? Yeah, this is good. This is good casting. Once again, not familiar with Ortho's voice actor. I think I saw people also saying he was someone in Cookie Run Kingdom. I'm just not too familiar with him myself. Octagonal might have the most stacked voice cast just in terms of who I'm familiar with and who I would be looking forward to hearing. Right up top, we have Alejandro Saab, who I think I and many other people had an inkling that he would be in this. Okay, an inkling. But yeah, it's like, this just felt like the kind of project that you'd see him popping up in. And there he is. Didn't he? I actually saw some people like clipping. Didn't he like a couple years ago joke or whatever about like playing Azul or something? He did like a little mock like reading for him, and self-fulfilling prophecy, my guy. There it is. But yeah, no, I think that he's gonna crush it. Jonah Jonah Scott as Jade Leach. Yes, absolutely, yes. He voices Eddie and Volt in Date Everything, and is also another VTuber. I think that's so funny when I like start poking into who a voice actor is, like I did with him after playing Date Everything, and I see like, oh my god, fellow VTuber. Wow, so fun. It's the pipeline voice actor to VTuber more common, or VTuber to voice actor? I don't know. But yeah, either way. No, the voices I've heard from him are so good. I think he's gonna do incredible as Jade. And then Kellen Goff, I think he's the one. I think I saw people saying he voices fucking Freddy Fazbear in the game, so that's going to be hilarious. Jacob Carlson as Malleus. Once again, had never heard of him before. I looked him up a little bit because, again, I'm a huge Malleus fan, so he's like one of the ones that I needed to know he was gonna sound like. And it doesn't look like he's been in too much before this. I think there was only one other credit I saw on his behind the voice actor. So it's like very interesting to see, again, like it's like all these people, like there's a lot of like people that I haven't really seen before, haven't really seen with too many credits, up against some people I'm a lot more familiar with. It's just like a very interesting lineup. But sorry, I got something caught in my throat. I've been talking too much. But I also think it's so cool to like see like some unfamiliar faces mixed in with more familiar faces. And from what I've seen of what he posts on Twitter, this seems like a fun guy. And he seems like he really loves Malleus, which I appreciate. I love seeing a voice actor who truly like enjoys and appreciates the character they have. So it's really fun. Like I've been seeing him posting a lot about Malleus. He even drew him and has also been playing the game. So yeah, I am really looking forward to what he's actually going to sound like. I haven't been able to really get much of a feel for his voice yet. I saw a little bit of his like demo reel that was posted. But I don't really know too much from that what he's going to sound like as Malleus. So I'm very interested to actually see when the anime comes out, how he's going to do it. Crispin Freeman, not familiar with. I think I did look him up a little bit, and I forget what characters I saw he voices, but I think he does a good deep voice, which I know like a lot of people were like, oh god, I really hope they do Lilia's deep voice right. And I think we're in good hands from what I heard. Oh, okay, and here we have another boy that I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not surprised to see you here. This is gonna be a good dub. Alex Lee as Silver. Again, not who I would have expected for Silver. So I'm very interested. Like, I love a lot of Alex Lee's voice acting. He's also just like a very like funny, goofy guy. So I'm very curious to see how he plays Silver. Danny Kramer as Sebek. I'm not familiar with him either, so I don't really know too much what to expect. Again, I've watched multiple videos people have posted of like, oh, here's other things they've been in. But I've already kind of forgotten some of them. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's very interesting to see how that's gonna go. AJ Beckles as Caleb. I believe this is Okarune's voice actor in Dandadan. And just based off of that, I think this is gonna be very fitting. And then Jamil's voice actor, he voices Al Haytham in Genshin Impact. So I think I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a pretty good fit there. Nick, oh, I'm so sorry if I don't pronounce the name right. Monteleone, as Vil. Another one that I'm not familiar with, and when I looked him up, huge Vil fan. I did not see too many other credits, I don't think. At least nothing I recognized. So, again, like, I don't know exactly what to expect yet. And that's, like, so... It's, like, so, like, ugh, I want to know. I want this thing to be released already so I can hear them and I can know and I can, like, feel it in my head what they're gonna be like. But, yeah, I don't know. And Jesse Nowak for Apple... Not familiar with him. Not familiar with him either. Matthew fucking Mercer as Rook Hunt. What? This one caught me off guard, but I'm like, you know what? No, I'm so ready for it. I'm so ready to hear how he's gonna do this. Another funny thing I've seen people online talking about with the Pomfiore casting is people have saying that like, oh man, I can't believe like, for Vil we have a queer voice actor, and for Epple we have a trans voice actor, and for Rook we have Matthew Mercer. And it's just like so funny. It's like, oh, look at all this representation, and Matthew Mercer is here too. Like they're like presenting it like, oh wow, all these bits of info, and then like one of these is slightly not like the others, but we're all still happy about it. I just think it's very funny. But yeah, I don't know. So it's very interesting to see how there's a lot of voice actors here who I'm not too familiar with. But that just makes me very excited to see how they're gonna do it, how they're gonna play their roles. And then like the voice actors I am familiar with, again, I'm like, okay, I can kind of like sort of picture how this is gonna go, but I don't know, exactly how they're gonna play it. So it's like, it's just all around so cool, and I'm so looking forward to this dub coming out. I think a lot of people were slightly worried about like, oh, are they gonna do it justice? And I think they're gonna do it justice. I think everyone's gonna fucking crush it. So yeah. It comes out this month, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm just super excited. But yeah, if you've watched to this point, I think I got very rambly, so I don't know how long this video is gonna be. But let me know what you think. Let me know, like, if you like the casting, no hate. If you hate the casting, be respectful about it at least. But yeah, if you like the casting, who you're most looking forward to hearing in it, yada yada, blah 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 blah, whatever. But yeah, I'll see you later.